and welcome back to Love Your Food. Today our recipe is going to be grilled asparagus and also grilled bacon-wrapped asparagus. That's right, it's spring, summertime in Ontario. It's asparagus season. It's a short season. We love to eat as much asparagus as we can because we all love it. You can see a little bit of assistance here from the hollandaise sauce from last week as well. So the ingredients are going to be really simple. I mean, we've got a lot of fresh asparagus. We have some bacon, a little bit of salt, and a little bit of olive oil. And that's really it this time. Very, very simple. So asparagus, pretty simple. There's that woody bit at the bottom. It snaps where the woody bit ends. So it's really easy. Just grab the bottom, grab somewhere around the middle, and bend until it snaps. Easy way to make sure you're getting rid of the woody bit at the end of the asparagus every time. You want to make sure it's good and clean. Once it's clean and snapped, you're just going to put it all in a great big bowl. And you just want a little drizzle of olive oil on there. Not too much. You don't want it drowning. You just want a little light coating of olive oil on there. So just give it a little toss. And now's the time when we're going to give a little bit of seasoning. So we have a little bit of kosher salt. And a little bit of fresh ground black pepper on there. And these are the ones that are going to go on the grill plain. We've set a couple aside that we're going to wrap in bacon. But that's an extremely rich dish. You don't necessarily want to do a whole lot of those. If you do have a large group, be prepared because it's a little bit labor intensive. So we've cut our bacon strips in half here. And starting at the bottom, just wrap your way up the bacon. Wrap your way up the asparagus. Now we have some pretty thick cut bacon here. If your bacon's a little bit thinner, you might want to overlap a little bit as you're winding. So just overlap itself a little bit as it's going up the asparagus stalk. Now our bacon is pretty thick cut, so we are going to try to avoid that mostly. We're just going to wrap it along the edge here and really try and avoid as much overlap as we can. Otherwise it doesn't quite cook all the way through. It doesn't get that nice crispy grill flavor all the way through. Now, if you notice that your asparagus isn't really holding together, the bacon's not really staying together while it's wrapped, you can hold it together with toothpicks. If you don't have toothpicks, just grab some skewers and give them a little bias cut with a nice sharp knife, and those will do just fine as well. So we're just going to take some of our bacon here and give it just a little pierce on one side to hold it together there and on the other side. And that really just holds it together a little bit better while it's cooking. The bacon will tend to change shape as it's cooking, so if you really want it to stay pretty tightly wound, a little skewer or a toothpick really will help it. And if you want to keep that skewer or toothpick from burning, you want to soak it for a little while first. And then just put it on the grill. Now, we're barbecuing these. You can also put these in a grill pan in the oven, but it's getting to be that season. We want to put those on the grill outside. Nice charcoal fire. You can also do this, of course, over a gas fire, propane. And on it goes. Very simple. The bacon grease will keep it from sticking as it cooks. And here we are about halfway down. You want to give them a turn about halfway through just to see how they're doing. Now, charcoal fires tend to be a little bit uneven, so you're going to want to move the outside ones to the inside, or any that are undercooked or not cooked as much. You want to move those to the areas that are hotter, which you'll be able to tell just seeing how they're cooking. Don't worry about a little bit of flare up. That's not going to hurt you. There you go, flip them all over. Give it a little bit more time. So here you go. Nice and smoky in there. And these are done. So we're just going to take those off the grill. You can see the skewers are a little bit darkened, but that's okay. We're going to be removing those before we serve them anyway. All right. Bacon wrapped asparagus comes off the grill, and now it's time to put the just plain olive oil and simply seasoned asparagus on the grill. Now this is going to take no time at all. Just remember your asparagus is probably thinner than the grate on your grill, so you want to make sure you're going against the grain. And with all that nice olive oil on there to keep it from sticking, it just goes straight on the grill. Oh, here we go. This is about halfway through. As you can see, we've got some nice color on one side. And really, you can cook it as much as you like. You can leave them quite crunchy. A lot of people prefer it that way. When we're grilling with the olive oil on the grill, we do tend to let them cook a little bit more. They get a little bit more of a smoky flavor. And just give them a light little turn there. And that's it, they're done. They take almost no time. They're really, really quick, so you do have to keep an eye on them. And just grab those off the grill. Now we're going to give it one final touch here. This is our hollandaise sauce from last week's video. Hollandaise and asparagus is a really excellent classic combination. And the hollandaise on the bacon-wrapped asparagus is very rich, but incredibly delicious. And you can see our hollandaise holding together really well as it hits the hot asparagus right off the grill there. And that's it. Bacon wrapped asparagus and plain grilled asparagus. A little drizzle of hollandaise on top there, and you are ready for grilling. If you like this recipe, please like and subscribe. And if you have any other recipes that you'd like to see Chef Caleb try on the channel, please let us know in the comments below. And remember to love your food.